Today we're tackling a topic that's as exciting as having a gelato on a hot day in Italy. How can an Italian citizen marry an Indian or a foreigner in Italy? So if you're here because you fell in love across continents, grab a notebook or better yet your fiance and let's get started. Step 1, gather your documents. So before you run to the altar or to the comune, there's a bit of paperwork to tackle. Here's what you need. Your passport, obviously, a valid visa, and the holy grail of all documents is a no objection certificate. This is basically a letter from the Indian embassy in Italy that confirms that yes, this person can marry. And don't worry, it's not as dramatic as convincing strict parents that you're marrying someone from outside the culture. Though, if you've done that, this would seem like a breeze. For the Italian citizen, a valid ID card, a birth certificate, and a marital status certificate. This is usually not required if you marry in the comune that he lives in. Both of you will need proof of residence if you're living in Italy. So if you're couch surfing or still living in a tiny apartment with multiple roommates and no residenza, now is the time to get it sorted. Step 2 is the translation and legalization. Now Italians love two things, their espresso and their bureaucracy. So if your documents are from India, you'll need to have them properly attested and legalized here in Italy and translated in Italian. Get them attested by the Ministry of External Affairs in India, then get them authenticated and translated in Italian. This can be done at the Italian embassy or it can be done by an official Italian translator. I got mine done in the Indo-Italian Chamber of Commerce in India, the branch in Mumbai. I don't know if there's multiple branches. The person who does it for me always is Mr. Manoj. I'm sure if you do a Google search, you'll find his email. Next, you decide how you want to tie the knot in Italy. You have two options. One is a civil ceremony or a religious ceremony. The civil ceremony at the comune is quick and official and it gets things done. So if you're looking forward to another bigger wedding somewhere else, or this is your deal, if you like small intimate weddings, this would be perfect for you. If you're preparing for a Catholic wedding, get ready for more paperwork. You will need your baptism certificate and then you will still have to register it at the comune. But here's the thing, Italian churches are breathtaking. If you can, go big with a big traditional ceremony. Imagine the photos. The fourth step is filing your intentions to marry. This is the part where you officially declare your intent to marry at the comune. Think of it as putting your love story on the bulletin board because they'll put up a public notice for about 8 to 12 days. And this is to give anyone a chance to object. If you do have a dramatic ex, maybe avoid the local hotspots until the marriage notice is over. Step 5. Once the notice period is over, it's wedding time. Civil ceremonies in Italy are pretty straightforward. You'll exchange vows in front of the mayor or an official. It's short, it's sweet, and filled with Italian flair. After this, your marriage is automatically registered in Italy. And for the Indian spouse or for the foreign spouse, don't forget to register this in your embassy as well. So in our case, we also got married in India and registered our marriage there. Step 6. Marriage is not just about combining cultures, it's also about combining your paperwork because after the wedding, you'll need to do a bunch of it. Update your marital status on your official documents. Start applying for the residence permit of the foreign spouse or the spouse of a EU citizen. And that's it, folks. Marrying across cultures might require a bit of bureaucracy, but it's also a beautiful celebration of love and unity. I hope this video helps you navigate the process with ease and maybe even a few loves. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, ciao and namaste.